Alright, cool. Looks good. So, let's dive right back into it. This is the lore stream, as I said, so we're going to be focusing mostly on the storyline, on dialogue, on background lore for the universe. And last time we left off, I think we finished the Icebind Cavern. And we are now headed towards Mammon. Spoilers, we're not gonna fight him in this chapter just yet, but this chapter is a really long one, and a really good one in terms of lore and characters. And hello Whimsy Kitten, welcome to the chat. Alright, so we'll dive back into it. We are again maining Strife. I have actually started another playthrough elsewhere where I played as War, and boy, playing as Strife is much easier than playing as War. At least for the first 6 chapters of the game. Alright. Now I really like this chapter that we're about to get into because it's one of the most relevant ones for Strife. So let's see if we still need to talk to anybody. Oh, we got a whole bunch of stuff we can pick up. I hadn't even realized. And okay, we could technically already go in there. We are going to speak to Volgrim for a moment and see if he has anything useful that I can buy.
Workmen's coins are often overlooked in their value. I'll take them off your hands.
Thunderclap, cores. What kind of cores do you have, dude? Oh, this one is good. I want to upgrade this.
So many souls, so few wares.
I always like potion uses and passive health regen. Passive health regen is really cool.
Be careful with yourself.
If you use up all your health potions outside of a battle, you can just switch to the other character and then use your secondary character to play for a bit while your first character recovers. I am gonna try Leviathan's Labyrinth again, as you can see, just one more time because I'm trying to get that core to level 2 where it's actually very useful. And yes, the other playthrough, because Whimsy is asking about it in the chat, the other playthrough is where I got the glitch where the Black Demon just killed himself. So what I realized playing with War and playing with Strife is that playing with War there's a bunch of glitches, like animation glitches where War will just move independently from the rest of the game world objects. So I essentially had a Slack Demon that killed itself with its own club. Oh. Whoa, that was close. Which was very funny. It was very, very funny. Hi, Sen. Welcome to the stream. Okay, and yeah, I've had a bunch of those with War, like, just War moving independently from other objects in the game world. It was very interesting. But man, the first 6 levels as War really sucked. So once you get the Vampiric Rune and you get your health steal, it's not that bad, but before that you're really better off with Strife. Because everything that is long distance enemies is out of your reach. If you're Strife, you can just shoot them. If you're War, well, you're shit out of luck, you're just gonna get pummeled from a distance. And that can really take off your health really fast. So for this playthrough we're definitely gonna use Strife, and this is the last time that I'm trying this today. Because fuck this core if we can't get it. I hate this labyrinth so much. I did it earlier today on the other playthrough and managed to do it on the first try, so I am very disappointed with myself right now. Yeah, fuck it. Yes, this is the infamous Leviathan's Landing. We already cheated our way to what is actually supposed to be the 3rd Leviathan core, and I just tried to get the first one legit, but I am not dealing with this bullshit anymore. Like, this is a lore stream. We're gonna focus on the lore. I can neglect that one core, it's fine. We are still relatively close to the recommended power level, so yeah. And yeah, this first bit that I just showed you of Leviathan's Landing, that is actually the easy part. That is the easy part. It gets much worse after that. I've beaten the second part, I think, twice. And the third one I've never managed to do, the third section of it. And the devs flat out admitted that they never expected anyone to actually attempt to complete it. So I'm like, why did you put it in there then? Anyway, here we are.
Mamon's Vault is a short ride from here.
Inferno Vault.
Can't blame the guy for stashing his hoard in the middle of nowhere.
The demon is obsessed with material riches. Wealth is nothing more than a prison.
Come on. Don't you ever want to take a little slice for yourself?
We are trusted to uphold the balance. That honor is payment enough.
If you ask me, upholding the balance usually leaves us high and dry.
Ours is a righteous cause.
Is that why we're working with Samael behind the council's back?
Our situation is complicated. The sooner we settle these affairs, the better.
War. Good soldier gone rogue. Relax and you might enjoy it.
So yeah, some nice dialogue here between War and Strife. So one of the interesting things we learned from this is that War apparently really does not value material goods. So he is definitely not the person you can pay off with a bribe. He's I imagine he pretty much has whatever he can carry at the time, and other than that he's just like, no, we're good. Whereas Strife is more like, yeah, if we could actually get paid for our job, that would be great. So Strife is 100% the guy who would write a letter to ask a manager about the bad working conditions and the low pay at his job. So, which I think is fair. Like, they are not getting paid enough for this shit. I'm not sure they're getting paid at all. So, yeah. Upholding the balance usually leaves you high and dry. And also, Strife makes a good point. They are working with Samael. They haven't reported back to the council about working with Samael. Not even to verify, hey, is it okay with you guys if we work with another demon in order to get to Lucifer? Which presumably would be pretty important to know. So, yeah, but he's obviously messing with War. Like, he's just trying to get him a little bit riled up there. That happens a lot in this game. Alright, now there's two ways you can go about this level. You can either head straight to the front gate to fight the Legion Boltspitter, which normally I would not do, but there is an extra line of dialogue, so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna sneak behind the back because there's also a side mission for sneaking around the back where we will meet another character, the Houndmaster, and learn a bit more about Strife and War and their opinion on the armies of Hell. So we're gonna do both. We're gonna start with the frontal assault. So you're gonna have to clear out these schmucks here before we can actually get to the Legion Boltspitter. I love the static shot. You don't even have to aim all that much, you just shoot and then you're done. And also static shots slows your enemies down a little, which is nice.
I give my life to the battle!
If you're playing War, War has a similar enhancement that's called the Thunderclap, and that is definitely recommended at least until you get health heals.
Lay down your lives for Lord Mamon!
You guys do not get paid enough for this.
Sit still! I'm trying to shoot you!
And here is Strife again talking about the money. But he's probably right, like these guys are probably not getting paid enough to put up with a horseman, so. And unfortunately we are going to lose quite a bit of health on this guy because this is the dude that the first time I fought him I managed to, like back in, which level was it? 2 levels ago? The first time I fought him I managed to get through without losing much if any health, but ooh, yikes. I walked right into that one. This time it's actually like the more of this Gatling gun stuff you're getting hit with, the worse it is. And of course don't walk into the bombs, that's just not gonna help. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay. Time to get all of our loot. And we could theoretically take the elevator right down to the horde. But we're not gonna do that, we're just gonna do some side stuff first. There were some exploding barrels over there that I just used to clear out like half of these enemies. Because I've already put up with this bow spitter and I don't want to put up with these guys. Okay, but we are going to get back onto Mayhem and... God damn it, destroy the barrels. So yeah, Strife is the one who's more looking out for like the practical side of things. He's like, okay, we're doing this gig and it's nice, but how much are we actually getting paid? And the answer is pretty much not anything, so... And that's gonna be a running theme for this level. So, I kind of picture Strife as having a horde of his own that he keeps very, very closely guarded. Because if the council is not gonna pay him, then at least he's gonna be, like, collecting everything that's of value. Boom. There we go. Alright. And according to the lore, Mammon, the demon whom this realm belongs to, he actually has multiple realms where he stashes his stuff, because he is... Oh cool, our wings are just glitching out. He is basically a collector who sends out his minions to find all kinds of rare artifacts, and he stashes them in multiple realms, in multiple vaults. So, and this vault apparently is one where he has received artifacts that are tremendously valuable, and he's basically spent his entire time just rolling around in his fort. So, yeah. He's basically a little bit like Avarice from Darksiders 3, except a demon, obviously. Okay, now let me see. Yeah, I think it's time we get to the Houndmaster. Oh. I missed some fleas there. Yeah, Strife would totally do that. Strife would hunt on top of his horde like a dragon and be like, bitch, if you touch anything, I'll shoot you.
I love it.
Hey, Whimsy, if you want to make more art for the streams, I would love it. I loved the Velociraptor. The Angelic Velociraptor. That was amazing. I think I woke up my neighbors laughing about that when I first saw it. Like, that was just hilarious and awesome. Alright, so as usual, we're gonna kill all of these guys so we can get to these sweet, sweet, delicious souls. Oh, also, if you are playing as War is actually stronger on the horse than he is on foot. He's very different to Strife in that regard, because Strife actually is weaker on horseback than he is on foot. But, with War, it's the other way around. Cool. Now this is going to get a little bit hilarious because we already defeated the guards at the front gate. And here's Strife about to give us a very nice comment.
Looks like a shortcut. We can get a jump on the guards at the gate.
Yeah, the guards are already dead, but aside from that, cool, go ahead. Go up. Yeah. Gonna go back for just a minute. Some Pokemon coins here that we're going to pick up. Again, I'm not going to do like epic 100% completion where we get everything, but because some of these Pokemon coins are really hard to get, but I am going to get as many of them as I can, if only because it's gonna help me upgrade my stuff and it's gonna make the playthrough a lot easier. So we are about to head into a section that is really, really tricky if you don't cheese it, because we have a side mission in this level to kill the Houndmaster without killing 5 hounds or less, which is going to be really, really difficult because these hounds are going to try to eat us while we're getting through this level. So if you're trying to do this the first time you come here, I'm pretty sure it's impossible to do it without cheesing it. So we're gonna cheese it, obviously. I'm not gonna put myself through all that trouble. So there we go. Into the kennels. Now, according to the lore, the hellhounds have skin that is as tough as armor. As we have already seen, they can spit fire.
That's a lot of cages.
And hellhounds cannot be tamed, they can only be broken. The character that we're about to meet is called Galore, and apparently he was once put into an arena with hounds that were supposed to eat him, but instead he managed to actually subdue the hounds and basically became the Houndmaster like this. So what we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to ignore both of, well actually we're gonna switch to war and we're gonna kill these hounds. And we're gonna do it with war because it's really easy to wake up all the hounds in this place if you're using Strife. Now remember, we must only kill 5 of them or less. So we are going to do our very, very best to only kill 4 of them. So that's 3. That's already quite a lot. And hopefully the only ones we have to kill in here. Oh, fuck me. I hate this bomb. Yes, awesome. We're gonna try to stay as far away from the other hounds as we can. I really don't like this section. It is absolutely insane. Who programmed this? I want to have words. Alright, cool. So that worked. Now we just need to get the bomb through the gate. Cool. Cool, cool. Come on, lower the gate. Okay, and it's practically impossible to grab this bomb without waking up the hounds, so
These hounds, they're hungry.
Fuck you.
Savage.
I just want to grab
They're
the
being
bomb.
purposefully
God damn it.
starved, ready for battle. Loathsome. Stay alert. Your master can't be far.
So yeah, War is not happy with this. Like, he's like, what are you doing to these hounds? God damn you.
Fresh meat for the pack.
And if you complete this objective, you can later find 5 hounds in the void that you can actually pet. And Strife and War have different animations for petting the dogs, which I find hilarious. It's a really nice touch there. Okay, so this is where we encounter Galore, the Houndmaster.
My hounds rage!
If you try to fight this guy as you are right now at this point in the game, you are almost definitely going to kill a few of these hounds.
Okay, who wants to learn to play dead?
So yeah, we're gonna cheese it. Come here, Galore, come here.
My hounds! Feast!
We're gonna jump over here. And... okay, we're gonna need Galore to come a little bit closer. Now the Houndmaster is a recurring enemy, and he isn't all that bad if you encounter him outside of this level, because in this level he can call more hounds to attack you. What you want to do is you want to get up on this crate, and then you want to shoot him and only him, because at this point you are higher than the hounds, and you don't want to use static shot because otherwise you hit the hounds as well. And you just want to stand over here and just shoot them. And that's what I'm saying. This is how you cheese them. If you try to get this without cheesing it, then it's going to be really, really difficult. So we're just going to stand over here and riddle him with bullets for a bit while these hounds try to eat us. This is A+ game design. Alright, and now we can finally do a takedown. Boom.
Pick the easier prey.
I take no pleasure in slaying these beasts. Their master, however, died too easily.
So yeah. War likes dogs. And he does not like killing them. Alright, so now we got the Houndmaster core. Let me see if we can actually use this for anything. Wait, I did not yet put the Fallen Hound core in? Wow. I really dropped the ball. Houndmaster. I don't have enough to get over there, so... Yeah, we're just gonna have to put him over here. And we collect our cores. Perfect. Okay, this is the Rampage ability, not to be confused with Fury's Horse. It is pretty much useless. What this will do is basically War dashes forward until he meets an enemy, and then he does some pretty good damage, which is essentially the same as his Harpoon Tackle move, except it costs brass. So it's really quite useless. Unfortunately, we are going to shoot all of these hounds because I want the cores and I want the souls. So I'm sorry, hounds, but you're gonna have to go. And we are gonna have to come back to this area because we actually skipped an item in the first bit of this section, which if we had tried to get that item we would never have made it out of there alive. So now that we can and will actually shoot the hounds, we can get that item, but we're gonna have to go all the way around again. Alright, there we go. Jesus Christ, how many more hounds are there? Alright, so theoretically, if we had not killed the Legion Bolt Spitter, we will now be appearing behind where this enemy was. And we could have snuck up on him and defeated him with just, like, exploding the barrels. But, we would have missed out on Strive's nice dialogue, so that's why we did it this way, instead of the other way. So a bit of a roundabout, but it worked. Alright.
We fear nothing.
Oh, come on. Dude, die already.
That's right.
Alright. Just gonna get some goodies before we move on with the story. And I do actually hope that if Darksiders 4 is going to be Strive solo, that we will get to see him like adding a little bit to his own horde. That at least, hopefully they will remember that that was a concern for him, like the fact that they are pretty much not paid enough for this job. Now there's also another reason to shoot all of these barrels and stuff, is that there is a side mission here for getting 10,000 souls before you reach the horde itself. So we're definitely gonna try to do that. If you also complete the side objectives, it should not be a problem. So just keep it in mind. And if you're trying to get that side mission, just destroy everything, pick up all the stuff that you can. It's all free souls. Oh! Oh, hey there. Fallen Hound. Did I not yet get the upgrade for the dash clone? Because this is getting kind of weird. I'm gonna have to check that out when we get to Summoning Stone. I do love this takedown. Alright. And I think that's all we can do here for now, so let's go a little bit deeper into this dungeon as soon as we have taken care of these guys. God damn it. There we go. Yep, Strife is... I'm not sure if Strife is the most acrobatic one of them or Death. I think probably similar level, different moves.
Big elevator. Guess my mom's been bringing a lot of loot down here.
Oh shit, I forgot to go back to the kennels. Oh well, we're gonna have to come back upstairs anyway. We're gonna do it later. Awesome loading screen. Jesus Christ, this game takes so long to load on PS4. Now, here's another thing about this level. You will find trap chests here. They don't look different from any of the other chests, but they will send like this orb of shadow energy after you. So every time you open one of the chests inside this lower part of the dungeon,
down here. Let us find him and see what he knows.
You think he's just gonna spill it?
One way or another.
every time you do open one of those chests, just make sure you dodge out of the way, seriously. Oh my god, I really did not buy this yet. Jesus. Okay, we're gonna buy some upgrades for Strife. Mainly, this is gonna help us have more ammo, and this is gonna spawn a clone if we dodge at the right time, which is really, really neat. And that's gonna help us out a lot. So there we go. Just like our normal shadow clones as the Wrath ability, you can have them if you dodge. Which is really neat. I'm actually gonna pick up those health orbs. So this is a pretty big vault. Like, okay, do you see how far down this goes? Like, Jesus Christ.
Good Lord. There's more gold here than we'll ever see in a lifetime.
What could Lucifer have offered Milan? Wealth does not seem to be an issue.
Maybe we should get a closer look at some of this gold. Take some for our, investigation.
Not a coin, brother, lest I cut off your hand.
You are the last person I'd expect to be making that joke.
Okay, so there's a few things to note here. First of all, Strife saying good lord is kind of weird to me because he does not really hold the creator in much esteem. So that was probably just the writing team dropping the ball there. Secondly, Strife is still trying to get some hold of that gold any way he can. Like, he's walking in there and he's just like, nobody's gonna notice if I take like a single coin, right?
Maman is no fool.
Never met a vault I couldn't crack. Eventually. We got this.
What he just said, we know that he's done this before. He's been like, okay, this is a nice vault, I'm gonna get myself some stuff. This is not the first time he's done this. And the other thing that he mentioned was when War said, lest I cut off your hand, and Strife said, you are the last person I'd be expecting to make this joke. This is a reference basically to how War lost his hand, because essentially, as the story goes according to the comics, which again are only partially canon, basically, War went berserk at one point, and the other three had to go and stop him. And it really took all three of them to stop him. Like, Strife was holding him at gunpoint, Fury had her whip wrapped around his arm, and he still wouldn't budge, he still wouldn't give up. And at that point, Death just went, you know what, let this be a lesson to you and remember it well. And he cut off War's hand. And I think it was never explicitly stated in the lore, but it was implied that it was Death who basically gave him the replacement hand, so to speak. So yeah, these guys are not above lobbing off bits and pieces of each other's bodies if they go too far, so yay for brothers, I guess. Amazing disaster siblings. We're not gonna open these chests just yet because we're going to get into a bunch more fights and we might need them later, so I'm just gonna settle on shooting everything else in the meantime, and we're gonna save these for later. One of these is gonna give us health and one of these is gonna give us wrath, so alright. Now this next section is kind of tricky if you don't know what you're doing. You gotta be really, really careful, because there is a side mission here for getting to the western seal, which is the one that we're approaching right now, without triggering the trap. So essentially, I'm gonna clear out all the enemies here first, because that's gonna make our life a whole lot easier. And then you can see down here there's a combination lock that we have to use the Warple Blade on. And there are different combinations that you have to hit to get to different parts of this area. And if you hit a combination that is not actually a valid combination, it will trigger a trap. And if you trigger that trap, it's done. You are not getting that bonus objective. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna clear out all of the enemies that are around here to make sure that we don't get ambushed while we're doing this puzzle. And then we're going to very carefully do all of the puzzle stuff. And hopefully manage to get it all done without triggering the trap. Alright. That was all of them, so we're gonna start over here. Okay, so that would be the second one and the... no wait, is it the second one and the fifth one? Yes. Oh, whoops. Okay. So you want to be very, very careful with the Warple Blade here. Okay. Goodies number one. And 1 and 4. Okay. And now we get to the really awful one. I'm gonna double check this so I make sure I don't do the wrong thing here. Okay. That's all of them except for number 5. Okay. Here's the deal, you have to hit number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. But if you try to hit number 4, you will also automatically hit number 5. So you gotta do this in 2 sessions. You start with these, will automatically hit number 4. And then you do the 6th one. And now we're done. Now we can actually get our goodies. If I can get this stupid void bomb aligned correctly. Yes, cool. There we go. One more thing and then we can move on to more story and more lore. So as I was saying about War getting his hand cut off, in the comic it's basically implied to have happened after they became enforcers of the council, which doesn't really make sense in the context of this game because this is their very first mission after Eden and War has already lost his hand, so it couldn't have happened during Eden because he wasn't disobeying at that time, he was actually doing his job correctly. So either that happened before he started working for the council, or the story as we got it in the comics was just not correct, period. I don't think we will find out anytime soon. So yeah, more abysmal armor for War, which is good. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. I'm getting stuck on the level here. Oh, come on, dude, die already. Thank you. Alright. Oops, that was a trap chest, okay. I'm still gonna open all of the chests, including the trap chests, just so I can have a good overview of where we've already been and where we haven't gone. But I think now we should have everything in this room, except for the boatman coin, which we can't get until in just a bit. Alright, there we go. I think that was the last one. Alright, we're going to take a quick detour, which we're actually gonna have to take twice, to get some extra goodies. I recommend that you really go this way twice, once before you grab the seal that was on the pedestal over there, and once after you grab the seal, because if you go here before you grab the seal, you can destroy a bunch of crates, get more souls, which you would otherwise not have access to, because this room is about to change. Like, we're about to change the makeup of this level a little bit. I think that's another trap chest. Yes. Okay. And we're gonna come back here in just a minute. Do we have anything on this side that we need to get? Oh, just one chest, okay. Alright, now I love this dialogue that we get here. It's amazing. Strife at his finest.
What do you make of that pedestal? Gotta do something important.
Likely it's a trap.
Ugh, you've always gotta be a downer. Look on the bright side for once, brother. We got lucky. Yep, that definitely was a trap. And the world is a dark and terrible place.
Oh, poor Strife. He can't get his gold, he sets off a trap, now we have to jump over lava. This is really not his day. And I love how War just does not say anything to that. But you can just imagine inwardly he's going like, I told you, you idiot. Okay, so now that the floor has burned off, we can actually jump down here and get some extra stuff. Strife is very, very relatable indeed, so I love him. Alright, let's keep going. We are about to get, I think, the last of Strife's abilities, World Ender, which is pretty much useless, just like War's Rampage. Yeah. So this creates like a giant energy beam in front of Strife. It's not actually all that powerful, and it was mainly useful back before this game got patched, because on PS4 there was a glitch in a certain level where one of the bonus objectives was almost impossible to complete because the enemies were glitching through the floor. And World Ender, I'm just gonna show you guys. World Ender creates this giant blast that goes through the floor and through the walls, and basically was really, really good for circumventing that glitch. It's also really gonna help us when we get to Dagon, because Dagon will have an attack that can actually knock us out of the level. And if you use World Ender, you are basically immune to that attack at that time. So that's what it's going to be useful for. It's going to be useful for cheesing certain parts of the game. Other than that, we're not going to use World Ender, because there's really not much use to it. It's supposed to be Strife's ultimate ability, like it's even called World Ender. It's like super badass, but it's actually really useless. So yeah, this game had a whole bunch of glitches when it released for PS4, and it still has a whole bunch of glitches now. It's gotten better, but in some aspects it's still kind of crappy. Alright, there we go, now we can get out of here. And I think if we actually collect the souls for all the objectives that we completed, then we will also have our 10,000 souls for the total level. Yes, we do. Perfect. Alright. And since that was not enough good dialogue, we're now going to go to the other side of this vault, and we're going to get even more and better dialogue. So this level is massive, you learn a lot about the characters, and I really, really like it. technically, if you want to like 100% complete this thing, there are 2 chests in this level that you cannot get until later. But they are only soul chests, like just basically souls, nothing like equipment or anything like that, so we're not gonna bother coming back to them. Alright. Just gonna get that Pokemon coin down here that we previously ignored. Alright, and there we go. Alright, on to the other side. Oh, wait, first we gotta deal with these guys. Okay. Alright, there we go. So this is what I said, these crystals here, you can only get them with the Tremor Gauntlet, which we're going to get later in a different level. So we're just gonna ignore that for now. There's only a normal chest behind it, a normal soul chest, so it's not that important. Alright, I think we're about to get our third trickster key, which we need to open the trickster door upstairs. So we will actually be going back upstairs before we finish this level. There we go. Trickster key. Jump down here. There we go. But yeah, this level is massive compared to some of the others. It takes so long to get through everything here. And yeah, all that gold. I don't think anybody would notice if he took like just a few coins. Well, Mammon would notice, but then again, we're gonna kill Mammon, so nobody's going to care. Alright. Now this is gonna be another one of those long battles where this is actually just the beginning of it. Once these guys are dead, we're gonna have to fight another Bolt Spitter, because 1 per level wasn't enough.
Get up!
I love how the orbs just stay there.
I'll shoot you full of holes!
And dear God, I can't wait until we get our Chaos and Anarchy form so I can basically cheese these guys.
There is no escape!
Because right now they are just really beefy. And they have way too much health. Come on, dude. We don't have all day.
Sit still! I'm trying to shoot you!
Alright, there we go. this war, or do we go left? No. Let's do some side stuff here first. Alright. Oops. I did not actually want to set these guys on fire, so... Didn't remember that that was a trap chest. Okay. Alright. Come on, let's get to the good stuff. So there's another one of those tremor crystals down there, which we cannot destroy just yet, and we're not going to come back for, because again, it's just a normal chest that's waiting there, and we're not coming back just for that. If it was something like a piece of abyssal armor, I would say yes, we're going to come back for that. But nope. We're about to get to one of the most interesting dialogues in the entire game, and one of the ones that has basically led to the most discussion among people who've played this. Because yeah, hopefully we will get answers in the next game.
No way. This can't be here.
Hmm? What troubles you?
Nothing. Just some old junk.
You look as though you've seen a ghost.
Drop it, okay? Let's just find something to kill.
Okay, so something is seriously upsetting Strife, and considering how he usually takes everything in stride and just makes fun of everything, the fact that he reacts like this, so out of character, is not a good sign. Nobody really knows what exactly happened. We later find out that it has something to do with a job he once took, so probably before his time with the council, because again, this is only their second mission. But we never find out what exactly that job was, only that he did his best to forget it, and he really does not like being reminded of it. We're going to find out a bit more things later on, but yeah. And another thing to like about this dialogue is just, I love how worried War actually sounds, like genuinely worried for Strife. As much as these two joke about maiming each other, and as much as they get on each other's nerves, you can still tell that they're brothers and that they actually do care about one another. And War really does not like seeing Strife this upset, because now he knows that something serious is up. Even if he does not know exactly what it is. Yeah, I do hope that the Darksiders Lore will be Strife's solo, and that we will find out what exactly was the deal with that sarcophagus and the dagger he's going to take from it, because we later find out that he does actually remove something from this vault. He takes a dagger from that sarcophagus. And here we go, Seals Part 2.
Alright, I got the artifact. You just keep pressure on the pedestal and I'll slide it off.
So trying the old Indiana Jones trick with the idol.
Wait, I'm not... like this?
Yeah, just keep your giant paw right there. Just like that. Almost.
Show yourself, Maman. You cannot hide from the Council's justice.
Damn it, Warp! You let go of the...
And there we go, more traps.
I guess we're taking the long way back.
Yeah, so the deal with War is actually a fairly serious person normally, and places a great deal of importance on things like honor and such. So he really clashes with Strife and his more jokester attitude quite a bit. And War has his own bits of PTSD from Eden. We're going to get into that in just a few moments actually, like it's not going to be very long now, because we're going to get another nice dialogue with them. Alright, but first we're going to get ourselves new ammo for Strife. So let's go. This is a lot easier if you're playing with two people, because then one person can take care of this and the other person can stand in front of the gate and go through. But since it's just us, we're just gonna have to do this solo, because this gate is timed. And you really need to know where you're going, otherwise you're not gonna make it in time. And we are going to use that lever to open it, because otherwise I don't want to have to do this again. Oh, ouch! Thought it was already dead. Okay. No! Strife, what the fuck? Leave the door alone. It's already open. Where is he? I hate these demonic Maguses.
Nothing magical about this.
They're just a pain in the ass to defeat. Was everything aside from the ammo? Yes. So there we go. This is lava shot that we just found, which is basically fire ammo. And this one, it functions a little bit differently than most of the other ammos, because the longer you hold the trigger, the faster the shots will get. And if you use it during hot streak, it turns into a flamethrower. So this is actually some pretty cool ammo, quite useful for some of the bosses on Apocalyptic, but we're just gonna stick with Static Shot. Because Static Shot is awesome. And this is way too many fleas in one area, holy cow, come on guys. Do we have anything else over here? No. So this is one of the chests that we can only get with the Tremor Gauntlet, and this one as well. So we only got the two that we left alone on purpose, and then we've got this. Oh, we got one here as well. Okay, we got some upstairs stuff left to do. Alright, we'll get to that in just a bit. Actually, I can show you some lava shot since we're here. Yeah, so as you can see, this ammo is pretty good if you manage to get like a long streak, but that means you cannot dodge, which is a little inconvenient. So, depends on your playstyle, I guess. And here we get the follow-up conversation to that sarcophagus we found.
You've been quiet. You're never quiet.
Maybe I just got nothing to say.
You found something among the Horde.
There are things. Things from before. When the world made more sense.
You must erase what came before. Remember your duty.
This is so much toxic masculinity bullshit. Like, just power through it, man. Suck it up. And you're like, fuck off, War.
Do you even feel anything anymore?
Strife, you are distracted. Steel yourself, and let's keep moving.
You're right. No more distractions.
Y'all need therapists. Seriously. You all need therapy. Alright. Oh joy, more battles. Come on guys, we have stuff to do. So yeah, for Strife, this entire deal with the council and upholding the balance is still kind of weird and awkward, because that was not what the Nephilim used to do, and he's older than War, so he spent a fair bit longer with the Nephilim than War. And for him, this is like, the world used to be all nice and simple. We would go from one planet to another, we'd slaughter everyone, and then we'd move on. Nice and easy, and now it's like we have to remember who the good guys are and uphold the balance and all of this stuff. And oh look, here's our roller demon. So really kind of weird for him.
Dust beneath my roller.
And of course we're gonna keep on spawning these fleas until we take out this guy. So
I'll flatten you.
I think pretty much the last thing that Strife needed on this mission was to find reminders of the past. That did not help.
Crush! Crush! Crush!
Like, you can't have any money, but you can have this painful reminder of the past. You're welcome.
You can't escape me! I'll flatten you!
This is my jam!
Alright, there we go. Finally dead. Oh, shit. I did not actually want to open that door just yet, but okay. I think it's about time we picked up those two chests. Alright. nothing we need. And we don't need these either. Okay. So we're going back upstairs for just a little bit, just to get some of the stuff that we missed. And including the trickster door, because we need to open all the trickster doors in order to get to the bonus boss. And all the hilarious dialogue involving him. So off we go. And as for therapy, I think if you send them to therapy together, at least one of them is not going to come out of that alive. So let's stick with individual therapy. They all need individual therapy. But we never actually get any indication that there is something like a therapist in the Darksiders universe. Like, there are people who have really gruesome jobs, like the four working for the council, sometimes having to eradicate entire planets or entire species, and there's never any mention that they have a therapist anywhere. There is another guy, according to the novel, again not 100% canon, but in the novel there's a character called the Keeper of Oblivion, whose job is basically keeping watch over a portal that leads to the end of existence. So anything that goes through that portal is wiped from existence as if it had never happened. So it's not just death, it's literally you are wiped from the universe and from reality itself. And it's considered a punishment worse than death, because it removes your soul from the cycle of rebirth, and basically, yeah, it just means that you are, everything you were is completely gone. And that dude, there's actually a scene in the Abomination Vault where Death asks him, like, do you ever question the council when they send you somebody and say, this person needs to go into oblivion? Like, do you ever think that maybe they are in the wrong? And the Keeper is basically like, dude, I just have to trust that they know what they are doing, because otherwise I could not be doing this job. So he's apparently not getting any therapy either, and I'm like, you're letting people do jobs like this, and the only therapy they get is talking to each other? Like, that's not healthy. That's really not healthy. We never get any indication of the angels having anything like therapists either. We do know that they have amazing healers, but we never hear any indication of them having therapists or something like that. So, for all we know, humanity's greatest contribution to the universe would have been, you know, actually providing the universe with therapists. And humanity definitely needs a therapist after like the events of the first game, where basically the apocalypse happens. Alright, so we're gonna need a bomb for this. Let's go. And fun fact, war does actually reference Oblivion in this game, so that part of the novel where it states everything about the Keeper of Oblivion might actually be canon. The Keeper of Oblivion is not referenced, but Oblivion itself is probably part of the novel that actually is canon. In contrast to some other things, like one of my favorite examples that I always give when people say, oh, so the novels are not canon, is like certain aspects of the novel and the comics are not canon. Like, according to the novel, humanity did not yet exist by the time the Battle of Eden happened, but as this game demonstrates, they did exist. So, the novel is basically shredding us canon. It may or may not be canon until it's confirmed yes or no in game. Hey, come on, pick it up. Fun fact, Whimsy, there are actually human survivors of the apocalypse. We get to meet them in Darksiders 3. Which we'll get to after Genesis and the prologue of Darksiders 1, because this game has this series has a convoluted timeline. Alright, let's keep moving. Just one more thing to get, and then we will move on with the story. Oh, hi, I forgot you there. Poor little flea. Ouch, don't attack my horse. Damn you. Alright, I think the one item that we forgot, it's a health stone for either war or strife. We're gonna get it right now. It's just, yeah, like I said, if we had tried to get this item before fighting the Houndmaster, it would have been a complete and utter shit show. So that's why we're coming back here so late in the level. Alright. Oh, I missed one. Okay, come here. Come on, lower the gate. There we go. Hey, come on. That's not fair. Number one, number two, let's go. How have we somehow ended up with more health for war than we have for strife? I bought all of strife's upgrades first. What the hell? How do we only have 8 cores from Hellhound? We've fought so many of you. Jesus. Alright, cool. We've got everything, I think. Yes. Time to finish this level. If I can just remember how to get out of here. Come on. And then once we're done with this level, we can finally fight Mammon. Because we've already chased him through, I think, 3 different vaults now. And then we can buy a whole bunch of upgrades, because look at all these nice swords we have. Neat.
Amon! Get out here, you greedy little bastard!
These artifacts, they're from Eden. How could Mammon have these?
Lucifer. Has to be.
But Eden was sealed off after we left.
Yeah, it was.
This appears to be some kind of map rune. Perhaps it could tell us where Mammon has gone.
Bet Vulcan can make sense of it. I hate how useful he is.
Okay, so this is seriously bad news, because the artifacts at Eden include not only some of Heaven's best arsenal, but also weapons from the Nephilim. And some of those were very, very powerful weapons. So, Mammon having access to this is not good. Anyway, so we gotta go back to Volgrim. And I hope he won't talk about his stupid scrying eye again. Alright, let's go talk to Samael.
Mammon eludes us. Huh. Cunning devil.
In his hoard, we found relics stolen from Eden. Somehow, Lucifer must have found a way to enter it.
This is troubling. Eden was sealed after the Nephilim invasion. Powerful artifacts linger amid the ashes, but they've been safely out of reach. Perhaps until now.
I will have to do further research. If Lucifer has found a way into Eden, the scrying eye will reveal his methods.
Of course, the scrying eye. Here we go again.
We found this map. These scribbles make any sense to you?
Interesting. It seems Mammon possesses another vault, larger and even more well hidden. These scribbles have given us its location.
We will force the truth from Ammon's lips, and show him the cost of dealing with Lucifer.
Horsemen, while you fancy yourselves impressive, you both have more to give.
Oh, motivational speech. Hold on, let me grab a drink.
The Council granted you power, but with limits. I can remove those limits to a degree, but you must sense it within yourselves as well.
He is launching a motivational speech. Nice.
You are bound to your past and to your guilt. This gives the Council a vessel to restrain you, to suppress that which lies within, the chaos, the inner riot.
So fun fact here, he references riot because that's what Strive's ultimate form was called in the beginning. But it is actually called anarchy form in-game. So this is a classic case of we changed our mind and it was too late to re-record the audio. Which happens a lot in video game design.
I was joking about the speech, by the way.
Silence! You feel pain. However, I did not inflict it.
Sorry, I skipped over voice dialogue there.
Explain yourself.
I merely opened the door to your inner conflict, your hate, anger, power. You feel it, and can thus use it properly.
How?
You will see soon enough. As your rage builds, your potential can now be reached. Its potential you will need to defeat Mammon and other masters that await.
So this deal of demons basically equaling rage and anger with power, that's gonna come up in the game again later.
Damn! Why do I feel a sudden urge to kill everything I see?
I'm sure the Council will be very pleased.
Yeah, Strife, why don't you start with Fulgrim and Samael? Just put a bullet through them, save yourself a lot of trouble. So yeah, this is basically Anarchy form and Chaos form. You basically get invincibility for a few moments and you do a lot of damage. These are not balanced at all. Strife does way more damage than War, and War's Chaos form is pretty useless. But Strife's is actually pretty neat. At least in terms of benefits. I do not like the design of it very much. So you can see in the middle that's Strife's Anarchy form, and on the right that's War's Chaos form. I'm not too big a fan of the design of Strife's Chaos Anarchy form, but whatever. And like I said, originally these were supposed to be called Riot form, according to interviews of the developer, and they changed their minds. So this is another meter that will build up as you slay enemies, and this can actually help you cheese a lot of the bosses, and it's actually almost a requirement for some of the side missions where you have to kill bosses without taking damage. I'm probably gonna use Strife's Anarchy form a couple of times during the game, probably not War's.
I hunger, horseman. Anything you can provide?
Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Wrath Infusion, this is great.
It's only money.
This gives us a Wrath Pip when we use the a potion. This is really good. We
So
want
many
this.
souls, so few wares.
And I think that's pretty much the only good course, so now we can actually buy some health upgrades for
Let's
Strife.
deal.
And some Wrath
Many
upgrades.
great things for so few souls. Do be careful with yourselves.
Well, let's see if these has anything nice for us. And then we can go and fight Mammon.
You're back.
Yeah, let's take the evade combo. And this is actually not all that important, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna save those souls for later. What do we currently have in terms of creature cores? Hollow Fiend, Angelic Beast, Houndmaster. I can actually switch these out, I think. Or, no, it doesn't really make a difference. Okay. Okay, let's put those back where they were. And yeah, let's go kill Mammon. So there are 3 bonus objectives in this fight. One for destroying all the artifacts that Mammon summons. One for leaving all the artifacts alone. And one for defeating Mammon without taking damage. We will not be able to defeat him without taking damage. Or almost certainly we will not be able to do that. And we are going to destroy all the artifacts. So you have to play this fight at least twice. Because 2 of the objectives are just completely contrary to one another. And the artifacts that he does summon are from Eden. so he's actually using Nephilim and angelic artifacts.
No! Lucifer promised I'd be safe. He said I'd be protected. He promised to take it all.
We're the council's enforcers. You really think you can buy us with this worthless? Oh, okay. You almost had me.
Brother, wait! We could have questioned him.
Oh, right. Oh, look. He's alive. Happy?
He promised.
So cannot resist the golden horse.
Finally! A real fight!
I'm going to enjoy this.
And yes, Strife sometimes is a little too trigger happy. But yeah, it's gonna be fine.
Behold, the gold!
Alright, so here he goes digging up his first artifact.
Fight for me!
We're just gonna destroy them as they come. This is actually the least harmful one because once you destroy the 6 skeletons that it spawns, it will not really do anything else.
It's time to send you to the grave!
And every time you destroy one of these, either Mammon or War or Strife will say something.
Oh, your death is written on these pages!
Now this book, later you will be able to find it in Deus' laboratory after you destroy Mammon. And this is basically one of the artifacts from Eden and supposedly holds ancient incantations and words of power. So God knows what's written in there. We're gonna destroy it.
My book!
Where are the pictures?
Come on, dude. I have never actually heard that line from him. He does have one line when you destroy the book where he says, nah, I'll wait for the movie. And I'm like, these writers do remember that this takes place thousands of years before the invention of movies, right?
The hammer is coming down!
Oh shit, these two. Okay, we are definitely destroying the mirror first because the mirror spawns basically 2 copies of it spawns 2 copies of Mammon and it's so annoying. So we're going to try to ouch. We're going to try to take care of this mirror first. Jesus Christ, this is not fun.
Guess what we need? More of you.
You wish for worse luck! You, not the hammer!
Hope that was cheap.
Guys, don't ever change, please. Okay, time for our anarchy form. So yeah, anarchy form has 4 different attacks. I actually, if I had used the most effective one, the Gatling gun, for the entire duration, we would have been done with this fight already. Because the Gatling gun just does so much damage.
What's wrong, Mammon? No more coin tricks?
What's Lucifer planning?
Start talking, you little shit. We might spare your miserable life.
Lucifer's shown me treasures beyond any that exist in this world. Your threats mean nothing.
Guess you didn't feel like talking. Too bad.
You wouldn't have spared him either way.
Yeah, figured it was worth a try. What about all this stuff?
Leave it.
Samael knows about this place now. There's probably enough here to rebuild his army 10 times over. We good with that? Okay, fine. Let's go. But I'm taking the souvenir.
Oh, come on, War. Let him have the gold horse at least. It's just one little gold horse. God damn it. But yeah, Strife is actually, like, he does have a point. Samael can use this place to basically rebuild his armies and then some. So, good job, guys. This made the job a whole lot easier for Samael. I do hope that if Darksiders 4 takes place in any sort of demonic realm, we will have a chance to get that golden horse. But the fact that he's like, I'm taking a souvenir, kind of makes me wonder, does he take souvenirs from all of his missions? Because I feel like Strife would be the kind of person who absolutely enjoys the tackiest of souvenirs. So he would totally be the guy who, when he has a mission to Earth, comes back with snow globes and lava lamps and stuff like that. Just because he could. Probably has a room somewhere that's just full of, like, little trashy souvenirs.
So, Mammon is no more. You've done well, horseman.
We're not your executioners. Mammon's death was inevitable.
Yeah, my finger slipped.
The demon fought us with weapons stolen from Eden. Our suspicions are confirmed. Lucifer has been there.
Mammon and I were rivals. I cannot deny that news of his tragic fate has brought me great pleasure. Let me repay you. Bulgrim has continued to track Lucifer's power. It seems he has visited another of the Masters.
Give us a name.
Are you still comfortable with our arrangement? You seem to suggest it was not built to last.
We've already got our hands dirty. No use washing them now.
Words to live by. Lucifer's newest ally is Belial the Corruptor. Access to his realm is limited, but speak with Bulgrim. He will know of a way.
Wonder what it'll cost us this time.
So yeah, Belial is basically a demon of plague and corruption, but he's actually one of the small fry, so the fact that he's gotten a domain, like an entire realm to himself, that's kind of troubling. And Samael here is giving them an out of this arrangement, and 10 chapters from now we're gonna wish we had taken it. Because, yeah, things are not going to get much better from here on out.
At last you've come. I've mapped out the pathways to Belial's realm. However, there is something more I require.
There's the shocker. What do you need?
Tell me, horseman, do you know of the arena?
You mean the hellhole where you fight to the edge of death, suffer unimaginable pain, and maybe, just maybe, escape with your life and a prize?
Yes?
Never been. But it sounds like my kind of place.
It seems the arena masters have secured a rare talisman that will allow me to quicker find the pathways I need. Unaware of its true power, the fools offer it as a prize. Bring me the talisman, and I will secure for you travel to Belial's realm.
Hey, this might actually be fun.
For once, we're in agreement. But let us be quick.
Oh my god, hold the press. War and Strife agree on something? Okay, let's see if he's got
Only you can
anything
quench
nice.
my thirst, horseman. Many great things for so few souls.
Got a nice key. Let me see. Oh, we have more cores. That's nice. We are definitely buying the Ashworm core. This is probably
It's
one of,
only
if not the
money.
best, major core in the entire game. And Ashworms are actually a creature that we're going to fight in Darksiders 1 later on, so
So many souls.
I'm gonna get to see more of
So
these guys.
few wares.
Oh shit, no, I did not want this.
Let's deal.
I'm just going to try to get all the level 1 cores, so we can have more cores to fill out the board, which means we'll be able to use more upgrades. There we go.
It's only money.
So,
Just a few more souls. Delicious, delicious souls.
okay, time to redo this board. Let's see, where do we start? We have the angelic beast. We should now have enough cores to actually get over there. We don't actually have one with Raph, which is really weird. Okay. Attack power by 2, health, attack, and Raph power by 2. I like this. So I'm sorry about this. This is gonna take a few moments, but I really want to get this filled out as soon as I can. So this is our Ashworm. Leviathan. And let's see if we can actually get over here. If we actually have enough cores to fill out that much of the board. This is a health core level 3. Rough. Okay. Oh, okay, we should be almost done here. Okay, and we do have some left over, so I guess we're just gonna put these wherever, because it doesn't really matter right now. Although actually we can go down here, and yeah, soon we'll be able to get to these cores as well. Cool. Now, the arena is essentially this game's equivalent to the Crucible from the other games, and it has like this separate area in the mission selection, and depending on how many points you achieve, you'll be able to get certain prizes. Now, most of these prizes are boatman coins, creature cores, or souls, but there are a few special ones. There's a trickster key, a Wrathstone shard, and there's also a piece of abyssal armor in here, I think for 20,000, yes. So this is the best place to farm for creature cores if you want to max out everything. We're not going to do that, so we're only going to play 2 levels of the arena. We are going to play the one that we actually have to play, the first one, and we're going to play the Revenge of the Fleas, because that's the one that will allow us to get 20,000 points relatively easily. And so we will be able to get Conqueror is Wars, that will be allow us to get Wars Abyssal Armor. Now, there is a special objective for reaching 70,000 points in the arena, which is only possible at the very end of the game, when you will be able to access the endless levels. It will take you about an hour and a half to get to 70,000 points, and you get, I think, War's Golden Armor which is essentially his standard armor just in gold. It looks pretty nice, but still, it's not that important. So anyway, we're gonna start with this one, and this actually has a core that we have not gotten yet, which is interesting. So each of those arena levels has 10 waves, and after the waves, they tally up your score. Usually the wave 5 is like a mini-boss, and wave 10 is a big boss. And everything else in between is basically just a breather for you to get more souls and get more health orbs and stuff like that. So I kind of have to wonder about this arena, because we never find out more about it than what we just heard from Volgrim. You kind of have to wonder, who made this arena? Who are the arena masters? Was this made by the same guys that the Crucible Masters, Targon and Kargan, belong to? Who has access to this arena? Demons, humans, whoever? Whatever the answers are, clearly the arena is at least well known enough that Strife and War, who have limited experience with demon realms or with angelic realms, have heard about it. So yeah. Considering that Nephilim are all about fighting, absolutely this is something that both of them are really going to enjoy. So yeah, we're just gonna breeze through this. We're already at the 5th wave, so that's not gonna take us very long. And by the time we get to the 10th wave, we should have full energy form build up, so that's gonna make that even faster. Ow, bad dog. Bad. Sweet health orbs and oh, nice. Legion Champion 4. It's actually pretty useful. So thank you for that. Oh, I hate this attack. And yeah, in most of the arena waves, they are grouped vaguely by area of the game that you went through. So, have you already been to Eden? Have you already been to the Red Waste and stuff like that? So it's basically, it unlocks as the story progresses because the enemies change. But in the Endless Waves, you can encounter pretty much anything. I would say my most hated enemy in this arena is probably the Angels. Like, all of the Angels in game are just a massive pain in the ass. And they are even worse in the arena. Here we go. Yeah, we're not gonna bother with this guy. Screw you. I'm just gonna stand here and kill him.
You're dust beneath my roller!
So as you can see, we just completely melted his health bar with this attack. And now we can take care of the rest of these guys. Not that they're gonna give us much trouble anymore. And there we go, Belial's Talisman. A rare talisman belonging to Belial. Smells kind of funny. Talk to Jeeves. And Belial is probably one of the more disgusting demons we're going to see in this game. Or in the entire franchise, to be honest. Alright. Alright, so let's get our reward. Or reward, because we didn't actually get all that many points. And now we're going to talk to Volgrim one more time, and I think the next level is going to be relatively long, so we're probably not going to be able to start that. I am going to try for the Leviathan core one more time, just for kicks. So yeah, the developers, there's a speedrun video. There's a speedrun video on YouTube where the developers react to a Genesis speedrun, and they flat out admitted, like, we never got around to balancing War's Chaos form versus Strife's Anarchy form, so Strife is just OP.
Horseman. Heard you guys cleaned up in the arena.
What can I say? It's my kind of thing. Oh, our kind of thing.
I like you two.
Ah, the talisman. Very nice indeed.
Just what does it do, exactly?
It does nothing. But it was once Belial's, and still bears his stench, so to speak. It will help me follow his ponderous steps through the void.
Good. The sooner he's dead, the sooner we're on to the next mark.
I cannot lead you to his doorstep, horseman. Only his domain.
Belial has no domain. How is this possible?
He does now. Consider it one of Lucifer's gifts. One meant to satisfy his insatiable hunger. Samael knows more of it than I. Speak with him while I secure the pathway.
So yeah, Belial, who in universe is essentially a joke, because he is always characterized as the guy who actually cannot even take care of himself, apparently now has his own realm.
Special.
We're gonna buy some more upgrades, or one more upgrade for Strife, so this is gonna increase the firing speed. And the next ones after that would have been these, which basically increase our hot streak duration and damage and build up, which is really useful. So we're gonna buy these actually as we go through the next level, but that's gonna be for next week.
So, Belial's realm awaits.
Yeah, explain that one to me. When did Belial ascend from worthless slob to owning a piece of hell?
This was Lucifer's offer. In exchange for Belial's service, he was given 3 Dreadwalker Guardians, and a place in hell to produce a weapon for Lucifer. One we don't fully understand yet.
Dreadwalkers? Belial still can't take care of himself?
Regardless, surrounded by them, Belial will be unstoppable. You must discover a way to eliminate them, so that he cannot summon them when the time comes.
Discover a way. Why not simply eliminate them?
They are a 3-headed serpent, bound by an unseen force. The largest of the 3 is challenging to engage. I suggest you figure out what gives him his strength before facing him.
And what of the weapon Belial creates?
Through the scrying eye, Volgrim will learn more while you destroy the Dreadwalkers. When you return, if you return, we will take care of it.
If?
War is so insulted, he's just like, what do you think I am, some stupid beginner? But yeah, spoilers, the Dreadwalkers are not actually all that challenging. There are 3 of them, and if you try to go straight for the last one, he is a pain in the ass. But if you destroy all 3 of them, one after the other, they are actually not all that tough. So, this is not all as bad as Volgrim and Samael make it sound. There's certainly tougher enemies in this game. Oh shit, should not have gone straight for that one. So I'm just gonna try to get this one more time. And if that doesn't work, I'm just gonna call it quits for today. So yeah, next time we will be going to the realm of the Dreadwalkers. And there's actually two realms in between Belial and us right now. There's the realm of the Dreadwalkers and the realm where Belial is making his weapon. And I do find it kind of interesting that apparently Strife and War do know enough of Hell and how much power these individual demons have in order to assess whether Belial is someone worthy of a realm for himself. But at the same time, they don't know how to figure out these map runes. They don't know what any of the artifacts do. And they do seem kind of like not, especially considering what Lilith later says to Death in the second game, they do not seem quite up to full understanding of how demon lords actually interact with each other. So it's kind of like, what kind of education did Lilith give them? Like, how much knowledge did she actually share with them after she created them? Because it seems to be all kinds of sporadic. I hope we'll find out more at some point. Because yeah, right now we're basically just running around blindly and just going wherever Samael sends us. And surely this will not backfire in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Next week we're going to continue hunting for Belial, and we might actually find Belial because the next level should not be quite as long as what we did in the beginning this time. Until then, thank you guys for joining me. Hope you had some fun, and I hope to see you guys again next week, Sunday, 8 p.m. Irish time. Until then, have fun, stay safe, and see you guys again next week. Bye bye.